Good afternoon, or good morning, scholars. Today it's Wednesday, April 1st of 2020, and today I'm going to go over the do now on page 1. So today this is the packet we will be working with, the one that has hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. It looks like mine, and it also says Wednesday, April 1st of 2020. We're going to go over page 1, which was your do now. So, in science class, students are learning about organic compounds. An acidic acid molecule is made up of 2 carbon atoms, so I'm going to write 2 carbon. I'm going to write 5 oxygen molecules and 15 hydrogen. We want to know the ratio, and I'm just going to actually show you the symbol. C for carbon, O for oxygen, H for hydrogen. Okay, we want to know the ratio of O, which is oxygen, to H, which is hydrogen molecules. And then it asks you to simplify. So we got to write the ratio and simplify. So let's look at it. Oxygen, there are 5 oxygen. 2 hydrogen, there are 15 hydrogen, which is the same as 5 colon 15 or 5 over 15. Now, it asks you to simplify the ratio. That means put it in lowest terms, reduce it. I know that I can divide both the numerator and the denominator by 5. Therefore, my equivalent ratio is 1/3. So on the first blank, the ratio is in red, 5 over 15. And the second one, which is 1/3 simplified. Okay, let's go over to the back about unit rate, which is question number 2. Again, a lot of these work problems that you're going to be seeing at this point now, we're about 3 weeks in. You have all resources, meaning all videos that are in your Google Classroom. You can also subscribe to my channel or Mr. Rez's channel. If you type in Specca Math, you will see my videos and Mr. Rez's videos for you to get help on. So let's look at number 2. So we're on page 2. This is a unit rate. It says Ulysses paid $4 for 5 peaches. We want to know the cost of 1 peach. So I need to find the unit rate. I need to know how much is 1 peach going to cost. So unit rate means division, and the key words there are each, every, per, which all means 1, okay, in case we need a little refresher on that. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up a label. I'm going to divide the cost by the peaches. I'm going to write cost over peaches. I'm now going to substitute the $4 as the numerator, because that's the cost in money, for 5 peaches. When I do the division, I'm going to get 80 cents for 1 peach. That's my unit rate. The unit rate is 80 cents per peach. Now, on the bottom, early finishers. Okay? If I want to buy 20 peaches, how much would it cost? Well, I know that 1 peach is 80 cents. I just found it. I want to know if I have, 20 peaches, how much is it going to cost? Well, I know that 1 times 20 is 20. Therefore, I got to multiply the top by 20. And when I do, I get $16. So on part A, the answer is $16. Okay? I can also make a ratio table to figure out choice B. And it's going to look something like this. Okay, so for B, we're going to write cost they're not going to be able to see that one. So I'm going to write B over here. Let me just erase some of this for you so you can see it a little bit better. Ooh. So it's 80 cents per peach. I'm going to write it over here for you. So now, this is part B. B. We're going to have cost over peaches. In a ratio table. Okay, so let me just try the board so it doesn't streak the board. So you can see what we're doing. We'll try that again. So we have cost and we have peaches. I'm going to fill my ratio table in. So here's what we got. We know that one peach cost me 80 cents. That's my unit rate. We know that if I want to purchase, if I want to spend, okay, so now, sorry about that. One peach is 80 cents. 20 peaches is $16. And I want to know that if I spend $20, how many peaches will I need in that red circle? So, we have to ask ourselves two things. 0.80, which is 80 cents per peach, is equal to, we have $20 as the numerator. And I need to figure out the denominator. So we're going to do the butterfly method. We're going to multiply 20 times 1, which is 20. And 80 times the something is 80 cents. So now, technically, what I got is 0.80 divided by 20. I can never have a decimal in the divisor, so I have to change it 2 places over, which means change it 2 places over, and this becomes here. This is 0, 0. 80 goes into 200 2 times. This gives me 160. I'm now left with 40. Bring down the 0. Right? 10. This is 1. So now I need 25 peaches. So here would be 25 peaches. Because from here to here, I have to multiply by 25. So from here to here to get the blue, I get 25. From 80 cents to 20, I multiply by 25. That's how I get $20. So the answer is 20. It's going to be 25 peaches. Next question. We're now going to look at how we use per part to whole again. So I'm going to model a few problems. I want to start on page 6 because then you can fill in the gaps afterwards. So now we're going to go to page 6. Okay, page 6. And here's what we got. It says, Kira studied data collected on a school basketball team for one season. She noticed that the players on the team had 13 successful free throws out of a total of 20 attempted free throws. To find the percent of the total free throws attempted by the player that were successful, Kira set up equivalent ratios below. So we're now on page 6. We're at number 5. Here is what we got. 13 over 20 is equal to M over N. We're going to use part to whole. All I'm doing right now is writing what you have in front of you, nothing more. Okay. We know that a percent is a number out of 100. So we're going to have some number always out of 100. How do I go from 20 to 100? Well, I need 5 groups of 20 to get to 100. So 20 times 5 is 100, which means if I multiply the denominator by 5, I multiply the numerator by 5, which gives me 65. So therefore, in Kira's equation, which you'll write the answer on page 7, it's M is equal to 65, and n is equal to 100. Okay, we're going to actually go over page 8 now. Page 8. I'm going to leave that up there because that's what we're going to be using for a while. So we're going to go over page 8 now. Okay, page 8. Page 8, number 7. This one is a little tricky. So here's what we got. We got 24% purchased lunch. There's 190 students that had lunch from home. We need to know how many students in 6th grade. How many students are in the 6th grade? Okay, we're going to use part to whole, which is in black over here. So we're going to use the part to whole. Sorry about that. We're going to use the part to whole, which is in the black over here, to figure this out. So let's first figure something out. If 20% of the students purchase lunch, we know that a percent is a number out of 100. So first of all, I'm going to show you over here. If we have 100 minus 24, we're now going to subtract because we want to figure out how many students bought their lunch from home. So this is 76%. They bought lunch from home, right? Bought lunch from home. That is my new percent because it has to be equal out of 100. And 24 of them went to the school and they got the lunch there. But the other 76% packed their lunch and bought it in from their house. So now, we're going to take the 76% now, and we're going to replace it with the percent sign over 100. Now I need to know the part. 190 students had lunch from home. How many students are in the 6th grade? So this, how many, represents the total. There's 190 that bought their lunch from home. So now I'm going to cross multiply to figure it out using the butterfly method. So here we go. 190 times 100. Circle my 3 zeros. This becomes 19, 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm going to take this number of 19,000, and I'm going to divide it by 76 to figure out how many students are in the 6th grade. Let's do it here. 76 divided by 1,900. 0, 0, 2, so 76 times 2, 2, 152. Subtract, this is 10, this is 8, this gives me 38, bring down the 0. 76 times what is 380? So 76, let's try 5. This gives me 30. This gives me 38. Hold on, my mistake there. So then this gives me 380. 0, 0, 0, bring down the 0. So there are 250 students in the 6th grade. We're going to write. We'll write it here. There are 250 students in the 6th grade. Next page. We're going to turn our eyes and ears because a lot of this work is kind of repetition. I want to go over page 15 with you. 15 with you, and you're going to complete the rest on your own. Page 15. All right, let's go over page 15, which is extension problem 5. And then you will complete the rest and do your exit ticket using the resources we provide. So this is now page 15, number 5. It reads like this. There's a little train picture. A train travels 330 miles in 3 hours. So we're going to write 330 miles in 3 hours. Find the speed of the train in miles per hour. The word per means 1. That means I got to find the unit rate. So per is equal to 1, which is my unit rate. So we compare miles into hours over miles into hours. So now, my unit rate, I'm going to divide 330 by 3 to figure out how many miles I go per hour, each hour, every hour. This goes 1, this gives me 3, 0, bring down the 3, 1, this gives me 3, this gives me 0, bring down the 0, this goes in 0. So this 110 represents 110 miles per 1 hour or each hour. The train will travel 110 miles per hour. Please make sure that you complete the exit ticket that is on Google Classroom and check back again here tomorrow.